Thank you for your interest in the JCB Lift and Place Load-Alls. The JCB Lift and Place Load-All range consists of 6 machines, starting with the 506-36, which features a 6,000 pound maximum lift capacity with a max lift height of 36 feet. JCB also features the 507-42, which features a 7,000 pound maximum lift capacity and a max lift height of 42 feet. The 509-42, which is the next size up in the lift and place range, has a maximum lift capacity of 9,000 pounds and a max lift height of 42 feet. Next, we have the 510-56, which has the ability to lift a maximum of 10,000 pounds and reach a maximum height of 56 feet. JCB also features the 512-56 with a 12,000 pound maximum lift capacity and a max reach of 56 feet. And finally, we have the 514-56, the largest and most recent addition to the JCB Lift and Place Load-All range, with a maximum lift capacity of 14,000 pounds and a max reach of 56 feet. And now we're going to take a closer look at the JCB 512-56. Hi, I'm Stuart Fotts, and this is the latest JCB 512-56 Lift and Place Load-All, which features the JCB EcoMax Tier 4i interim engine. The 512-56 has a 12,000 pound max operating capacity and a 56-foot max lift height. Now, starting at the front of the machine with the carriage, JCB offers a wide variety of carriages, from a standard carriage that you see here to a side shifting carriage. With the quick hitch that we offer on the machines, it's very easy to attach and detach your carriages as you need to. Also standard on the 512-56 on the left side of the boom are 2 hydraulic quick couplers, which allow you to attach different attachments to the machine as needed. Moving on to the boom. The first thing that you'll notice is at the front of the boom is very narrow, which ensures that the operator has clear visibility lines to what they're carrying on the forks. Also with the boom, it has a very high stress point here at this 90-degree bend. What JCB does is they overlap the steel to ensure structural strength at the front of the boom. But then the rest of the boom has what we call a U-bend steel on the top of it with a closing plate on the bottom, which also ensures structural strength throughout the boom. The first stage of the boom is extended by the use of this hydraulic cylinder beneath it. The second and third stages are extended by the chains that you see on top of the boom. The hydraulic cylinder, coupled with the chains on top of the boom, ensures a fast cycle time when you're extending and retracting the boom. JCB also uses a dry wax lubricant, which prevents dirt and debris buildup inside the boom. 512-56 also features stabilizers on the front end of the machine. And when these are engaged, the increase in stability allows the machine to have a longer reach with a greater maximum weight on the end of the load-all. The stabilizer is axle mounted with this front pivot pin, which allows the machine to have a sway feature. Basically, with this sway cylinder, the sway feature allows the machine to tilt ever so slightly to the left or to the right to allow you to place your load exactly where you need it to be placed. Also on the 512-56, we feature 3 different steer modes: a 2-wheel steer mode, 4-wheel steer mode, and crab steer mode. 2-wheel steer mode is used just when you're driving down the road. 4-wheel steer mode might be used on a job site to increase your maneuverability around buildings and other objects. Crab steer mode is used to move from side to side off of a building if you're in a tightly confined area. Moving on to the engine. The redesign of the JCB EcoMax Tier 4i engine has allowed us to have the airflow come through the top of the machine, through the radiator, and back out the top of the machine, as opposed to the bottom, which eliminates any dust clouds. Also with the engine being at ground level, it makes it easy for the operator to perform daily engine checks, such as the engine oil check, engine oil fill, header tank for the coolant, pre-cleaner, air filter, filter minder, and transmission oil check and fill. Moving to the back of the machine, standard on all 512-56s is what we call a rear axle stabilization, which you see here. Basically, the rear axle stabilization takes a stability triangle and makes it a rectangle, which gives you a larger platform to work with at lift height. The rear axle stabilization on the 512-56 is fully automatic, which means the operator doesn't have to push any buttons or pull any levers. When the machine stops, rear axle stabilization is activated. Between 0 miles an hour and 3 miles an hour, the rear axle stabilization is what we call cushion, which means there's some resistance. But once you go over greater than 3 miles an hour, rear axle stabilization is turned off completely and the machine functions as it normally would. At the back of the machine is where the hydraulic tank is located. The hydraulic tank is wet framed in the machine, which means that these thick steel plates on the side dissipate the heat from the hydraulic oil and cools it down before it goes into the cylinders. Also, you see this is where you fill your hydraulic oil and check the gauge of your hydraulic oil as well. Also in the back of the machine, you'll see a compensating ram. This is a centrally mounted cylinder which prevents the boom from twisting when you're raising or lowering it. The compensating ram also sends the hydraulic oil to the tilt cylinder, which enables the machine to have parallel lift on all the way up and all the way down when you're raising or lowering the boom. You'll also notice in the back a large cutout in the machine. This allows the operator to have clear visibility behind the machine. So if you're operating in reverse, you can see anything that might be behind the machine before you hit it. On the left side of the machine, behind the cab, is where the fuel tank is located. We provide a flap to prevent debris buildup at the fuel cap, which is also tethered to the machine so that the operator doesn't forget to replace it after refueling. Below the cab, on the left side of the machine, is where the battery is located. Simply by removing 2 of these bolts and folding the step down, you have full access to the battery beneath the cab. You're looking at a fully glazed cab feature right now on the 512-56, but it's also available in an open ROPS canopy. But with the cab, we have a split door that enables you to open the top half while the bottom half is closed, which increases ventilation for the operator. The cab also comes with AC if you desire, which again keeps the operator more comfortable. Inside the cab we have a transmission feature, which is a power shift transmission going forward and reverse. We have an instrument panel that enables you to turn on lights, AC, your wipers, whatever it may be. To the right of the operator's seat is what we call our servo controls, which gives you finer control of your load when you have something on the forks. And then to the left of the seat is our parking brake, which also doubles as an emergency brake. And there you have it, the JCB 512-56, the world's greatest lift-in-place load-off.